everyone. Welcome to Scottish Ball Mastery. My name is Cody. I'm excited to get started with you. So first of all, give you some time. We need 4 objects today. So soup cans, socks, t-shirts, anything you can find. 4 objects. If you can only find 2, we'll work with that as well. Once you got your 4 objects, grab your water bottle, your soccer ball, and let's get ready to warm up. So we'll give you a little time now, and then we'll time at the start of the ball mastery, and you can grab them. So if you have your objects, if you're ready to go, we're going to get the time started, and we're just going to start by jogging on the spot, or if you have some space, light jog around your space. Perfect. So we'll do this for a bit. Just get going, get the blood flowing. Okay. Jog on the spot. You can get some high knees. Let's do 20 high knees, 20 high knees, and then keep jogging, keep jogging. Good. Again, whatever space you have, if you don't have a lot, you can jog on the spot. Jog around, and then we'll work with a little skip. Can we do a little skip? If we have some space, we can maybe pick some apples. Jog. Okay, shake it out, shake it out. Anything that's sore right now and you take care of. Okay, stretch it out. Jog on the spot. Okay, now we're going to do 25 kicks. So, good. Now let's open the gates. Nice and big. Okay? Little skip in between. Really want to open those gates nice and wide. Good. We'll do, let's say 5 to 7, whatever makes you feel good, and we'll close the gates. Okay? Close the gates. Close the gates. Let's do 5 aside. 5 aside. Once you're done, again, little jog. Little jog. Okay, now we're going to just do some forward kicks. Nice light start. We'll do 3 aside. We'll jog it out, then we'll do 3 more aside. 3 aside. Jog it out, jog it out. Nice light jog. And now we'll do 3 more. And now we'll do some back kicks. So do 3 aside. After you do your 3, on your next one, can you see, you maybe touch your toe, come back up. Let's see if we can stay balanced. Do 3 total each. So touch your toe, come back up for 1, 2, 3. And then switch feet. And continue to jog it out. Good. Now as we're jogging it out, let yell. Hit the beach, drop down on your belly and up as quick as you can. Hit the beach. So on your belly as quick as you can up. So hit the beach, down, up as quick as you can. Right. Perfect. Just a couple more front leg kicks. Perfect. Open the gates 3 more times on each side. Good. Now let's just jog it out again. Okay. Shake it out. Anything that's tight, shake it out. Then we'll do a lunge. Just a couple lunges on each side, okay? Good. Good. 5 lunges on each side, 5 lunges on each side. Make sure that over the toe. Good. Jog it out. Jog it out. This is the time that you take care of any tightness in your muscles, do any stretch, any activity that feels good for you, but we just kind of jog it out. Jog it out. 20 more seconds, whatever feels good for you, that's what you want to do right now. Okay, perfect. Get your ball and we'll get ready to do the next activity.
Hi, my name is J.R. Figueiredo and I'm an Edward Jones Financial Advisor in Edmonton, Alberta. With everything that's going on in the world, it can be hard to think about the future. But thinking about the future is human nature. And during the pandemic, many of you may have experienced added responsibilities or foreseen changes to your regular schedule, which allow for unwanted emotions to creep in. When it comes to your investment, this may be the biggest risk of all: impulse. Remember, you cannot control the market, but you can control how you react to it. Staying invested is always the better choice. And even during times of economic uncertainties, long-term trends will go up, which is good for both your savings and your retirement plan. As things start to normalize, I'm here to help you start thinking and planning for the future once more. I will make sure that you have someone in your corner, a trusted partner, who will help you be financially well-rounded in all aspects of your life, whatever that looks like for you. We take a holistic approach and design a strategy that works for you. Want to know more? Comment below or send me a direct message.
Hi everyone, welcome back. So much like we just finished, we're going to start out with a bit of freestyle. So whatever makes you happy, your favorite skills, just getting some touches on the ball for 45 seconds when we get going. That's what we do right now. So are you ready? Go. Anything that makes you happy. You can juggle, you can just get some touches, you can do toe taps, whatever you want. Show off to your parents your favorite skill, okay? I know if we've done a session with you before, we've worked on around the world. So maybe we want to try around the world, okay? We've worked on our airplanes, our juggling, Coach Paul, whatever you want in your space. Get the body moving. Perfect. Keep going. 10 more seconds, 10 more seconds. Go. Okay, rest for 15. Stretch for 15. So, the next exercise we're going to do, windshield wipers. So just back and forth with the inside of your foot. Okay? So, ready. And go, 45 seconds. If you want to challenge yourself, you can move forward and backwards. Forward. Can you move backwards? Okay? And try to keep our heads up. Keep going, keep going. Good job, everyone. Good job, good job. Keep going. Keep going, 10 more seconds, 10 more seconds. As quick as you can, can you get 10 more? Okay, rest, you have 15 seconds to rest. So this time, we're going to switch your wipers with the sole of our foot, okay? Can we get a little hop every time? Just the sole of the feet, back and forth. To start, you can just go like this if we want. Once we get more comfortable, head up, okay? Ready, go. 45 seconds, how many can you do? If you're doing it with a sibling, can you beat your sibling? Good job, good job. I know this is hard. Good job, good job. Can you beat me? I'm at 25. Can you beat that? Can you beat that? Come on. Whoa. Good job. Calves are probably burning. Well done. Not much time left. 5 seconds, 4 seconds. And rest, and rest. Good. So, next we're going to do Brazilian toe tap. So lots of bouncing to start the workout. So, it goes right, left, right, left, right, left. Okay, it's just rhythm and timing. So if you're new, start slow. Once you got it, can you go a little quicker? Okay, so once you got it, can you go a little quicker? Go, go, go. How many can you do? Good job, good job. If this is too hard, we can just start with regular toe taps as well. Whatever works for you. If you're ready to challenge yourself, try the Brazilian ones. Keep going, keep going. Keep going. I'm sweating already. You should be too. You're doing all the workout. Ten more seconds. 5 more. Come on. Okay. Rest, rest, rest. Stretch out those calves if they're sore. Okay. Next, we're gonna challenge ourselves a little bit. We're gonna solo roll, stop, solo roll, stop. Okay. So, solo roll, stop it. Solo roll, stop it. How many can we do in 45 seconds? Are you ready? Get set and go. Okay, nice and slow. Take your time if this is new. Solo roll, stop the inside of our foot. Solo roll, stop the inside of our foot. You're gonna want to roll it in front of you so you don't need your standing leg. Okay? You roll it backwards, you're gonna hit your standing leg. So make sure you're rolling it in front of you. This is our last one of this set, so as hard as you can, as hard as you can. 10 more seconds, then we take a break. 10 more seconds. Good job. Good job. Perfect. So we're going to take a quick water break and then we'll be right back.
We won't go into it. Andy Holt, if you're watching, this is about you. David, who's your favorite team though?
It will be no surprise to anyone that has ever come within 1,000 feet of me that my favorite team is West Ham United. So I'm a lot like Paul in so much that I disappointed a lot of family members. My dad, Spurs supporter, my brother, my mom, Arsenal supporters, and my wife, Arsenal supporter. So
you picked the worst London team. There's a lot of London teams that you could have picked.
But I have the best reason for what. First of all, I was born in England, brought up in Essex before we immigrated to Canada, and the reason that I'm a West Ham supporter is very simple. My nan bought me my first kit. So she bought me a kit, she bought me a bag, and the rest is history. And yeah, it's been a little bit torturous, I gotta be honest, right? And God love Nate, I love you. You're my son. We're in this together.
Love it.
Right? So those are the simple reasons. But then out of that, we say, okay, these are the reasons that we have of why we love our favorite teams. But what about your favorite player, Kev? Who's your favorite player and why?
And I'm not saying this because he recently passed away. It's Diego Maradona. Scots will say Maradona is their second favorite player behind whomever else they support because of 86. Diminutive like me. Anyone that knows me knows I'm a wee bit vertically challenged. But he was the one player that, for me growing up, 86, I was 15, he brought me out of my seat for good and bad. I mean, most people will say that give me a hero and I'll give you a little bit of tragedy, and that was his life.
Welcome back. Welcome back. We're going to get started with a couple change of directions and some turns. So to start, we're going to do scissors. So a little step over the rim wall, push it out wide, okay? We're going to push it kind of at a 45. So step over, scissors, okay? Good. Make sure we're stepping around the ball, forward, okay? So can we do that for 45 seconds in the space that we have as many as possible? Go one way. You stop, turn, go the other. Ready, set, go. Good job, good job. Make sure we're going both ways. Both ways. Can we have our eyes up? Good job, everyone. See if we can do 20 in 45 seconds. 10 on each foot. 20 more seconds. Can you do 5 more? Challenge yourself. Hey, nice quick little step. Make sure we're not taking a big step over the ball. Nice quick little step and go. Okay? The first 2 steps as quick as you can. Okay, take a break, take a break. Next, we're gonna do outside sole turn, or outside sole roll, so just step on the ball, roll to the outside. Okay? And once we get better, can you move a little quicker? Okay. Are you ready? Set. Go. 45 seconds. How many can you do? And I know I catch myself staring down at the ball. Can we stare up? Can we try to look up? Try to scan our environment? Maybe we try to look at something else, something different each time. Like a game, it's gonna change, right? Look left, look right, can you look forward? Maybe if you have it, if you really want, maybe you can check your shoulder. As long as we're not staring at the ground. 5 more seconds. 5 more seconds. Good, take a 15-second breather. 15 seconds. And we're gonna do the step over turn when you come back. So step over, turn and go the other way. If we're new to this and we're younger, we can jump over, turn and go the other way. One more time. Step over, turn and go the other way. 45 seconds starts now. Go. Again, if we're new, jump over, turn and go the other way. We want to challenge ourselves. When we step over, same foot. There's 3 different variations for you. Whichever one works for you. And then try 1 to challenge yourself. Step over, same foot. 20 more seconds. Okay, we want to take a nice big step if we can. That way we can turn nice and quick. We take a little step, we're just here, we have to turn a couple times. 5 more seconds. And rest, and rest. Rest. So now we're going to do sole turns. So remember these turns, because we'll use these later in the session. So you're dribbling, step on the ball with your sole, turn and go the other way. Okay? Keep the ball protected by your body. Ready? And go. Don't need a lot of space for these. Couple dribbles, turn. Make sure we're keeping the ball protected by our body. We want the defender behind us. Can't see the ball. Okay. We try not to slip it through our legs because that shows the ball to the defender. We're turning like this, blocking the ball. Good, good, good. 15 more seconds. How many can you do in 15 seconds? I hope you're doing both feet and you're trying to look up a little bit as well. Okay, now rest. Rest for 15. Rest for 15, and we're going to do a Cruyff turn. So Cruyff turn, we're going to step beside the ball, turn this foot in, the inside of our foot, push it the other way. Okay? So we're dribbling, Cruyff one way, and we can do both feet in the same space. And ready, go. Our last exercise. Can you do 15 Cruyff turns? Maybe 16, just 2 with each feet. Good job, good job. I'm just letting. Hope you are. Okay, 1. Keep going. Keep going, keep going. As hard as you can right now. You can get to 20 if you got to 15. If you got to 5 turns, you can get to 10. 10 more seconds, and then we get water. 10 more seconds, and then we get water. Good job. Grab a quick drink of water. Okay, welcome back. Now we're going to do push-pull with our laces. So pull, push, actually pull, push, pull, push. Pull it back with the sole of our foot, push it forward with our laces. Once we get the hang of it, we can have a little bounce, okay? A little bounce in our step. And again, try and look up. Perfect. So we'll do 45 seconds on our right, 45 seconds on our left. Starting right now, go. 45 seconds. If you want, you can push it forward a couple different ways. Straight forward, up to the side. Whichever way you want to challenge yourself. Keep going, keep going. This will be hard on the standing leg. That's all right. Really try and develop that comfort with the ball, with the sole and the laces. And look up. If this is new, we're just standing, nice and slow. 10 more seconds, 10 more seconds. 10 more seconds. Okay, take a break for 15. Now we're going to switch to the left. You want to see from the side, sole of the foot, pull back, push forward with the laces. Pull back, push forward with the laces, okay? Good. And go for 45 seconds. As hard as you can. See if you can do 45, 1 a second. Or 15, whatever you got. Again, we're trying to look up as much as we can. Now look up and scan our room. Okay? Good. Try and look up. Try and look up. Parents, if you're in the room, maybe you can hold up a set of fingers and they can call that out. Try and keep them looking up. Good. Good. 9 seconds left. Keep going. Okay, take a break, take a break. Now we want the ball in our hands, or you can have it in your feet, whatever you want. We're just going to work on dropping the ball and controlling it with our laces. So, can we control it? And maybe take a dribble. We're going to try and cushion it, just like catching an egg. You would just leave your hand flat to absorb it, okay? You cushion it, and then go one way. If you want, start with it at your feet. You juggle it up and jump your face, and you control it, go away. 45 seconds starts now, go. Make sure we're using both feet, both feet. Okay, maybe we juggle. Job, keep going, keep going. Make sure we're trying to cushion it, and then we go. Okay, just throw it up, head height, cushion, and go. Quick little step, get yourself ready to dribble. The ball hits your foot. Good job. Good job. 10 more seconds. And I hope we're getting both feet in. Okay, take a break, take a break. So this time, we're going to use inside outside. You can either dribble around in the room you want, you have, or in the space you have, or you can just stand stationary, inside outside. Inside, outside, inside, outside. Ready, set, go. 45 seconds, just our right foot. If you want, you can dribble. You want to stay stationary, if you don't have a ton of space, stay stationary. Okay? Inside, outside. Keep going, keep going. See how many you can get. If you're dribbling, if you're moving, every step you're taking a touch. Maybe we mix in one of those turns we worked on earlier when we run out of space. Come on, 10 more seconds. Rest. Now we're going to do left foot. Same thing with our left foot. Okay, this is the last one of this set, then you can take a break. So, little bounce in your step every time. If we're new to this, just start stationary, just like this. Just to get started. Ready, set, go. 45 seconds. 45 seconds. job, good job. Keep going, keep going. You've got about 30 seconds left. Keep going. Only your left foot, or if you did your left the first time, your right this time. Make sure we're doing both feet, okay? And we'll take a break. 10 more seconds. Good job, good job. That's it, good job. Grab a sip of water and get ready for our next set of activities, okay? One more and then we'll play a little game.
We won't go into it. Andy Holt, if you're watching, this is about you. David, who's your favorite team, though?
It will be no surprise to anyone that has ever come within 1,000 feet of me that my favorite team is West Ham United. So I'm a lot like Paul in so much that I disappointed a lot of family members. My dad, Spurs supporter. My brother, my mom, Arsenal supporters. And my wife, Arsenal supporter. So
you picked the worst London team. There's a lot of London teams that you could have picked.
But I have the best reason for what. First of all, I was born in England, brought up in Essex before we immigrated to Canada, and the reason that I'm a West Ham supporter is very simple. My nan bought me my first kit. So she bought me a kit, she bought me a bag, and the rest is history. And yeah, it's been a little bit torturous, I gotta be honest, right? And God love Nate, I love you. You're my son. We're in this together.
Love it.
Right? So those are the simple reasons. But then out of that, we say, okay, these are the reasons that we have of why we love our favorite teams. But what about your favorite player, Kev? Who's your favorite player and why?
And it's not, I'm not saying this because he recently passed away. It's Diego Maradona. Most Scots will say Maradona is their second favorite player behind whomever else they support because of 86. Diminutive like me. Anyone that knows me knows I'm a wee bit vertically challenged. But he was the one player that, for me growing up, 86, I was 15, he brought me out of my seat. For good and bad. I mean, most people will say that give me a hero and I'll give you a little bit of tragedy, and that was his life.
Welcome back. So we're going to try the L drag now. So on the right side, we're going to drag it around our left. Stop. So make sure we're taking a little step forward if we have to, so we don't get our standing leg. So how many L drags can we do in 45 seconds? And again, if you can, try to take a look up. Ready? For 45 seconds, starting now. Go. Little step forward if you have to, so you don't hit your standing leg. Okay? Sometimes you'll have a tendency to go back. Even me, I catch myself looking down. Trying to look up as much as you can. Good. 45 seconds. Right foot, left foot. Just rhythm and timing. Keep going, keep going. 15 more seconds, 15 more seconds. Good, good. Good job. Okay, and rest. Rest for 15. So while we're resting, next time we're going to do the L drag with the sole roll. L drag with the sole roll. So we're always going the same way. If you start with your right, L drag, sole roll to the left, over to the right. Okay? Ready. Go. L drag, sole roll. L drag, sole roll. Again, try and look up. Try and look up. It's the theme of our session. Can we try and look up as much as possible? Good, good, good. Can you beat me? I'm at 15. Can you beat me? Oop, I lost the ball. You should beat. Good, good, good. Keep going. 10 more seconds, 10 more seconds. 10 more seconds. 5 more. And rest for 15. This time we're gonna do the same thing, but soul roll the other way. So we're doing our L drive with our left foot, soul roll with the right foot across. Whichever way you did it, okay? The opposite way, Okay? Ready, set, and go, 45 seconds. Depending if you can. Pick a number and see if you can beat that number. If you don't, you want me to start up. Can you beat 10? If you can't beat 10, you want me to start up. If we're just new to this, maybe that number is 5. Keep going, keep going. Good job, good job. Good job, keep going. Keep going. 10 more seconds. Try to beat that number. Awesome, take a break. If you want me to star jump, now's the time for your star jump. If not, take a break. This time we're gonna do an L drag with a soul roll, 4 windshield wipers. L drag, soul roll, 4 windshield wipers. Soul roll. We should always be going the same way as long as we do our 4 windshield wipers. Always going the same way. Ready, set, go. Take a chance to figure out the timing. L drag, soul roll, 1, 2, 3, 4. L drag, soul roll, 1, 2, 3, 4. And again, if you can, try and look up. At least take a quick glance. As you get the rhythm, can you move a little faster? Good job, good job. 10 more seconds. Good job. Well done. This time we're gonna just quick mix it up. We're gonna do the left foot to start, or go the opposite way that you were going. So left foot L drag, soul, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay? Same thing, just run the opposite way. And go. 45 seconds. This is our last one of this set. Our last one of this set. We're just combining some of the skills we've worked on all session. Okay? And again, looking up, looking up. Good job, good job. 10 more seconds, then you get a break. Trying to get 2 more out. Well done. Five seconds. Keep going, keep going. Well done, well done. Grab a quick drink of water and your 4 objects. If you can only find 2 works. Grab your objects and be ready to start again.
Hi, my name is J.R. Figueiredo and I'm an Edward Jones Financial Advisor in Edmonton, Alberta. With everything that's going on in the world, it can be hard to think about the future. But thinking about the future is human nature. And during the pandemic, many of you may have experienced added responsibilities or foreseen changes to your regular schedule, which allow for unwanted emotions to creep in. When it comes to your investment, this may be the biggest risk of all, impulse. Remember, you cannot control the market, but you can control how you react to it. Staying invested is always the better choice. And even during times of economic uncertainties, long-term trends will go up, which is good for both your savings and your retirement plan. As things start to normalize, I'm here to help you start thinking and planning for the future once more. I will make sure that you have someone in your corner, a trusted partner, who will help you be financially well-rounded in all aspects of your life, whatever that looks like for you. We take a holistic approach and design a strategy that works for you. Want to know more? Comment below or send me a direct message.
Welcome back. So if you have 4 objects, can you set them out in a square? Whatever size square you have space for, If you have bigger space, go bigger. If you have smaller, go smaller. If you only have 2 objects, just one in front, one behind you. So if you have 2, you're standing in the middle. If you have a square, you're standing in the middle of the square. So I'll give everyone a chance to get set up. Okay, we're gonna play a little relay. So I'll play 2, see if you can beat me at home, okay? If you don't, you owe me a star jump, and I'll just assume I always win, so I don't do any star jumps. So when you're in the middle, you're gonna be doing toe taps. If I say go forward right, you go around the forward right. And back to the middle, doing toe taps. Just 2, you just go forward and behind, okay? So 45-second relay, so we're doing toe taps. Forward, left. So can you beat me? Back to the center. No, you didn't. Backward, right. A lot of space. Toe tap, good. Everything is toe taps. Forward, right. Good. Okay, and if you're not done when I call the new one, just do the next one. Try and catch up. Forward, left. So around. Okay, keep going toe taps, keep doing toe taps. Keep going. Back left. And we're back in the middle. 5 more seconds, toe taps, toe taps. Okay, rest. Rest, so I hope everyone got that. Okay, so this time, we're gonna do windshield wipers. So we're always doing windshield wipers here. Whichever cone I call out, we go around that cone, back to the center. Okay, if we only have 2 and I say front left, just go around the front, back to the center. Ready, set, and go. Windshield wipers. Front, left, as quick as you can, as quick as you can. If I beat you, you want me to star jump. Back, left. Face. Good. Front, right. Good job. Back, left. Oh. No space. Good job, good job. Keep going. Keep going. Front, left. Don't be last. 5 more seconds. And rest. Rest. So this time, we're gonna go inside, outside like we worked on earlier. If I call back right, we could maybe use one of our turns we worked on. Little step over turn. Or you can just turn and go around it. We can maybe use a choice turn. Inside, outside, okay? So inside, outside, right foot only on the spot. Ready, set, go. Front right. We go inside, outside, all the way around it, and back to the center. Soul turn. Good. Keep going. Back right. You might do a soul turn, and right outside. Good job. Back left. Be a cry. Good job. And when we're in the center, we're just on the spot, inside, outside. Little touches. One more, front left. Put your feet down. Good job, good job. And keep going. Okay, rest, rest, rest. 15 seconds to rest. And now this time left foot only. So inside, outside, left. We get a soul turn. And then we use our inside, outside, left. Can we sequence our moves together? Ready, set, and go on the spot, inside, outside. Okay? Front left, front left. And keep going to start. Good job. Okay? Back left. Good job. And on the spot, inside, outside. Back right. Not a lot of space in this basement. Good job, and look up, look up. 10 more seconds. Front left. Front left. center. Good. Thank you very much. I hope you had fun. Please tune in at 7 o'clock to a workout with Dr. Ferguson. And until next time, thank you for joining us.
Welcome, everyone, to another edition of Gaffer's Roundtable. To my immediate left is Coach David McCarthy, and a little farther to my left is Coach Paul Hamilton. Looking forward to another enjoyable afternoon of questions and answers. We'll start off having some fun. Dave, if you could invite anyone from football, past or present, to be a contributor to the Gaffer's Roundtable for a day, who would it be and why?
I think I would have to pick someone that I would have a serious question for, which is I would pick Dimitri Payet. And the reason I would want to share with Dimitri Payet about how his ability with the ball and the things that he did as a member of West Ham United for the seasons that he was with us helped my son really fall in love with West Ham United and football. And the other question would be, why did you leave us? Why did you desert us? We miss you and we want you back.
Everyone watching that watched last week's would know that Dave would somehow make it about West Ham United. Well done, Hammers. Paul?
Just to comment on Dave, you know why he left? Because he saw that ship sink.
No, that's not the reason he left. We were actually doing well, like when he was there. Just saying.
What's well?
Well, mid-table obscurity is well for me.
Staying up in the Prem is well.
Avoiding the drop. Avoiding the drop.
No, mid-table obscurity. I'm good with that.
Wasn't good for Mr. Payet, though.
Apparently not.
Hammy?
Probably George Best, to be honest. I feel like I like hearing stories, and I'm assuming, and I'm almost positive that he would have some really funny stories to tell about all the shenanigans he got up to,
Shenanigans.
but also the good football that he was a part of for a brief period of time. Yeah, George Best. That'd be a good one.
I think it'd be a great one.
Yeah.
What about you, Kev?
I'll go with the cliche, Sir Alex. I think that would be a good laugh. He has one foot in the classroom and one foot in the pub. So I think the banter would be great. The lessons to be learned would be wonderful. And he's from the same neck of the woods in Glasgow that my mom was from.
Oh,
Nice.
All right, gentlemen. Now we're going to get into some more serious questions. That doesn't mean that we can't have a few laughs at each other's expense. Paul, if you could add any tool to your coaching toolbox, what would it be?
I think the ability to use technology a bit more. I know the club has invested in pieces of equipment that will enable us to do things like that. We have Huddle. We just got a new VO camera that records games and tracks the ball all over the field. So being able to use some of that stuff to break down how the teams that I coach are playing, I think that's something that I need to work on over the next little bit.
it's a real young person's answer.
It is, Dave. It's an old person's answer.
I think the simplest tool that I would want to add to my toolbox is something that I've continued to work on for years and years and continue to do is to add more patience into as one of the tools that I'd want to increase. That there are times when I trust the process and everything's going well, and there are times that I become impatient about not necessarily the results, but how we would want our teams to play. And then at certain ages having realistic expectations or an impatience for us to play in a certain way. So I would certainly want to be a little bit more patient in terms of allowing the process just to be more organic. So, you?
Great answers. Do you know what? I am a huge fan of technology. I like to think I'm patient. But one area that I know that I could improve upon is being able to communicate more directly with players. Sometimes delivering the news they need to hear rather than the stuff they want to hear. I think it's important that players understand their position in the team, what the expectations are of them, and that sometimes requires important conversations that can be at times difficult. So I think the ability to communicate more directly, and that doesn't mean in a way that's harsh or a way that's cruel, it's in a way that's honest. And I think sometimes I revert to letting them feel what they feel and telling them what they want to hear rather than giving them the answers they need to become better players and better people.
Yeah, and it's really interesting that I've been listening to a lot of footballers recently, like whether they be on podcasts or or different mediums. And one of the things that came across to some of the players was that the managers they respected the most wasn't the manager that told them, hey, you're doing great, or being dishonest with them. They just wanted an honesty with them. And by the way, if I'm not in your plans or I'm not playing well enough, then please tell me, and what do I need to do in order to improve, rather than just telling players what they want to hear. Because I think those are really important conversations.
Absolutely. Paul, in your experiences, did you have any coaches that provided you that direct information you needed to improve?
Yeah, honestly, I'd say the pair of Dutch coaches that I had at FC Edmonton. I think I learned the most about just the higher level of football in those 2 years that I had Dwight and Hans at FC Edmonton. I think my game jumped a fair amount in that short period of time, just because they were so methodical with how they wanted myself to play. So I think probably those two.
Excellent. Obviously, we'd be remiss if we didn't touch on the pandemic and how COVID-19 has impacted team sport. That's a given. But what lessons are you guys learning through the challenges that are being presented? Dave?
I guess the lesson I'm learning the most is that number one is how connected we all are as a sport and as a community. It's so, our interactions, and I can talk specifically about the players that I have interactions with. Obviously, one of my main areas of responsibility is to oversee our grassroots program, and I also oversee all of our programs up to under 12, but I also coach specifically 2011 players. And I remember feeling this last week. I felt really kind of down about that, and I started to think about why I was feeling that way, and I think it was just the lack of connection and communication with the boys. And so what I've done is I've set up for this weekend is set up one-to-one Zoom call meetings with the boys, and we're going to talk, and it doesn't have to be about the sport for me. It's just a chance to check in with them, see how they're doing, an opportunity to be connected with each other. But also what I've learned through our current situation is what we're capable of, and how our ability to reach people and to provide different things and to be enthusiastic and look at the things that are possible in the way that we can deliver to people. And my new favorite expression, as these guys know, is post-pandemic. So hey, when it's post-pandemic, and I'm looking at some of the things that we're going to carry forward post-pandemic, and some exciting opportunities like this for us to be able to connect with people on a much bigger scale.
Paul?
Yeah, I'd agree with Dave. Just the connections and how important sport in general is to young adolescent athletes. We've shown that. Well, I can speak to the team that I coach. I know those boys are missing soccer, but they're missing the connections that they have with the coaches, with the other players. I have weekly Zoom practices and meetings with those teams, or with that team that I'm coaching, and everyone just gets on the call, and we usually give a little bit of time to have some banter after, because that's what they miss. They just miss being around, having conversations, talking football, not talking football, talking video games, whatever it is. So one of the biggest lessons is just to value those relationships and nurture those relationships, because honestly those are the biggest part of sport for me. I know as a kid growing up, that was one of the biggest positives of sport for me, was the connections. I still have 10 of my best friends in Calgary are the kids that I started playing with at 12 and played with till I was 18. Some of those guys are my best friends still, so those connections will last a lifetime outside of soccer.
Yeah, just riffing on the same theme. I'm not necessarily missing out on trophies or medals or game-winning goals. What I'm missing is the sense of community that the sport provides, that our club provides. It was great, getting games back in here with our with EMSA, our parent association, and seeing Saints playing against Warriors, and seeing Selects getting a game against Sting. But more important than the outcome of those games was the fact that kids were healthy, happy, competing, being challenged. And that's what has been such a challenge. And I just want to continuously remind our coaches that when we get, as Dave says, post-pandemic, let's make it about the journey, as cliched as that is, and a little bit less about who won today. Let's win in different ways. And that's what, for me, 2020 is going to constantly remind me of. We talked about challenges. When we get to, as Dave says, post-pandemic, we're getting him a T-shirt that will say post-pandemic.
Hashtag post-pandemic.
And on the back, it'll say 21, because that'll be the new year. When we get there, how are we going to take advantage of what the opportunities look like next year? Dave, what opportunities are you looking forward to? What do you want to tackle?
Yeah, I think this is one of the most exciting things. Ever since I learned about this when I was taking the children's license last year, and the incredible opportunity of running the Skill Center, I think it's quite interesting that you had just referenced about not about winning, about understanding and trusting the process and that kind of thing. And our Skill Center is definitely the opportunity that I'm most looking forward to. So the opportunity for us to create a player-centered environment that is focused on players' needs is most exciting for me. The game continues to amaze me and thrill me and challenge me in so many different ways. And this will definitely be the thing that I think that will transform soccer within our country, is having Skill Center, having players challenged at a level that's appropriate for them, having the ability for us to move players based on what their needs are as opposed to what the structure is of the league. So I'm really excited about the Skill Center. I know our club generally is very excited about this opportunity and how this is going to feed into the culture and what we create.
So on that, Dave, for some people watching that may not have, because sometimes I don't know if I have a really good grasp of what the Skill Center is and what opportunities it presents. In an elevator pitch, 60 seconds or less, if you were going up to the 27th floor with somebody and they said, hey, what about the Skill Center? What would you say to them?
The Skill Center is a program that is going to allow teams to compete against teams of like ability. And it could be players that are a little bit younger, that are earlier developers playing against older players because that challenge is appropriate for them. And it could also be about older players playing against younger players because maybe physically they haven't developed yet. And what we want to do is we want to be able to have a competitive environment that allows players to compete at a level that's appropriate for them. And I know that you had referenced this, and pardon me for bringing out a hockey reference, but you know how so many hockey programs, how they're continually moving, and basically their ideal is to have a tie in a lot of ways. And what we want to do is we want to have players that compete against players that will challenge them. And we don't want players that are over and above their level or under and above their level. Like, those would be really important pieces for us to make sure that we continue to strive towards player-centered programming. So,
Paul, how about you?
I'm looking forward to the AYSL kicking off. So just like Dave, the area that I live in within the club, it's the PDP program, so the Player Development Program. So we're trying to get the AYSL going. It was supposed to start this past summer, but obviously with the global pandemic, it was put on hold. But to get the AYSL going, we've got 4 PDP teams going this season. So hopefully getting them into league play so that they have a chance to show what honestly they've been working on for the past, when the league kicks off, it's probably going to be 16 months since they've been in the player development program. So to have them in a league against high performance teams from around Alberta is going to be it's going to be awesome to see.
Well, thank you very much, coaches. It's always fun to get together and enjoy a bit of football banter.
Hey everyone, this is Becca. I'm not at the bridge today. I'm in my home gym. I'm going to be working out at home with you guys. We've got some football fitness coming at you, strength workout, some skill acquisition, and of course some energy system development at the end. Last week, I guess it was 2 weeks ago, we worked on some hip turns. We're going to review those again and get after them, add a couple little different things in there. Yeah, and get sweaty. So things that you're going to need: water bottle, check. You're going to need some cones. I don't have cones today, so I've got these little mini, I don't know, golf cones. And you're going to need a weight or some sort of load. So I've got a med ball that I'm going to be working with, and I've got a couple dumbbells that I've got at home as well. So go off. Make sure you've got water, something to lift, and a little bit of space, and we're going to get after this right away.
Hi, my name is J.R. Figueiredo and I'm an Edward Jones financial advisor in Edmonton, Alberta. With everything that's going on in the world, it can be hard to think about the future. But thinking about the future is human nature. And during the pandemic, many of you may have experienced added responsibilities or foreseen changes to your regular schedule, which allow for unwanted emotions to creep in. When it comes to your investment, this may be the biggest risk of all: impulse. Remember, you cannot control the market, but you can control how you react to it. Staying invested is always the better choice. And even during times of economic uncertainties, long-term trends will go up, which is good for both your savings and your retirement plan. As things start to normalize, I'm here to help you start thinking and planning for the future once more. I will make sure that you have someone in your corner, a trusted partner, who will help you be financially well-rounded in all aspects of your life, whatever that looks like for you. We take a holistic approach and design a strategy that works for you. Want to know more? Comment below or send me a direct message.
Hey guys, welcome back. Glad you've got all your stuff. We are going to start with a pillar prep. Actually, yeah, let's start with that pillar prep. We're going to dive right in. Some of you have done your ball mastery already, so the heart should be pumping. If not, we're going to get that heart pumping with this pillar prep. We're going to keep it to 45 minutes today. Last time I went over a little bit too much. So we're going to do 2 rounds. We've got glute bridges, DNS stars, which we visited last week. We've got Supermans, and we've got some monster walks. So grab your space and let's get after it. For that glute bridge, you're going to be on the ground. Hands are going to be at your side, head resting, and you're going to lift that bum up and down. We really want to keep those hips level and square and give that good squeeze and full hip extension. Then you're going to do 10 of those. Then you're going to roll to your side, and we're going to work on those DNS stars. So my hips are stacked, my knees are stacked. I'm going to put my hand on that upper hip, and I'm going to come up into that side plank, and I'm going to come down. I'm going to come up and come down. As that feels comfortable, you can get that top leg up, and you can reach and squeeze. Again, coming into that full hip extension. You are going to do 10 of those per side. Then you're going to roll onto your tummy. You're going to reach those hands out in front of you. Head reaches straight. You're going to lift up and down. So arms and legs are going to come up. You're going to do a 1 second pause and down. Those are our Supermans. Last but not least, you're going to pop up, get into a quarter squat position, and we're going to do our monster walks forward for 10. And then we're going to do our monster walks backwards for 10. And I don't have 10 steps forward, so I'm just going to work in the space I've got to get 10 reps forward and backwards. So 2 rounds, 10 of everything. Let's go. Three. And then into those DNS stars, that's that kind of side plank position. Again, reaching forward, you want to really squeeze that bottom bum cheek. Full extension, we've got 10. I got 9 and 10, and then I'm going to swing the sides. Six, 7, and then I'm going to onto your tummy for those Supermans. So we're going to reach forward, squeeze up, get that chest and your legs all the way off the ground. Nine, 10, and then you're up on your feet for some monster walk. So get into that squat position, stay nice and low. You're going to do 10 steps forwards and 10 steps backwards. And I'm just going to do my forwards backwards twice to get my reps. And when I've done these, right back on the ground for those glute bridges. Here we go. Already starting to feel warm. And I don't think it's because my basement is warm. That whole core is getting activated with these guys. It's Monday. Here we go. Let's get ready. After your warm up, we're going to work some plyo prep and plyometrics. Then we're going to go back into that skill acquisition. So we're going to work on that hip turn. We're going to throw some new stuff at you. Then you've got a strength circuit with 4 exercises. And then last but not least, a little energy systems development. So we'll crush through these. You guys are rocking it. It was a cold Monday today. This is a good way to warm up. And last on my feet for those monsters. Sit nice and deep, and we want to make sure shoulders, hips, knees, and ankle all stay in that line. I never want to be in this valgus position. So really work. Make it a little bit more challenging. You can throw a loop around your knees. Almost done. When we're done this guy, we're going to grab a sip of water and into plyos and plyo prep. Grab a sip of water if you need it. We're going to take about a 30-second break and jump into this. Here we go.
We won't go into it. Andy Holt, if you're watching, this is about you. David, who's your favorite team, though?
It will be no surprise to anyone that has ever come within 1,000 feet of me that my favorite team is West Ham United. So I'm a lot like Paul in so much that I disappointed a lot of family members. My dad, Spurs supporter. My brother, my mom, Arsenal supporters. And my wife, Arsenal supporter. So
you picked the worst London team. There's a lot of London teams that you could have picked.
But I have the best reason for what. First of all, I was born in England, brought up in Essex before we immigrated to Canada. And the reason that I'm a West Ham supporter is very simple. My nan bought me my first kit. So she bought me a kit, she bought me a bag, and the rest is history. And yeah, it's been a little bit torturous, I gotta be honest, right? And God love Nate, I love you. You're my son. We're in this together.
Love it.
Right? So those are the simple reasons. But then out of that, we say, okay, these are the reasons that we have of why we love our favorite teams. But what about your favorite player, Kev? Who's your favorite player and why?
And it's not, I'm not saying this because he recently passed away. It's Diego Maradona. Most Scots will say Maradona is their second favorite player behind whomever else they support because of 86. Diminutive like me. Anyone that knows me knows I'm a wee bit vertically challenged. But he was the one player that For me, growing up, 86, I was 15. He brought me out of my seat for good and bad. I mean, most people will say that give me a hero and I'll give you a little bit of tragedy, and that was his life.
All right, guys, we're going to jump into some pillow prep and some plyo prep, and then your plyometrics. So we've got snap downs. We've done those before. We've seen them with Mac and Marcel. Then we're going to progress to a snap down, single leg land to a lateral bound, and then we're going to do some broad jumps. Just a good old big jump forward. Again, working in the space that you've got. So that snap down, we want to keep these really snappy and really dynamic. So hands are up tall. We're up into that triple extension. I'm up, up, up. So all extended, and I'm going to snap straight down. Up. We're going to do 5 of these. So let's go. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Last one. Make it count. 5. I'm going to step a little bit to the side now to give myself some space to the left. I'm going to be up on my toes. I'm going to snap down, land on my right leg, and then bound to my left. So I'll show you one, and then we'll do 5 together. So I'm going to be up, I'm going to land, and drive. Now that I've got my space, I'm going to be up, snap down, and drive. So we're going to do 5 in total per side. Here we go. Ready? Up, snap down, drive. Up, snap down, drive. This is 3. Make them count. 4. 5. Keep that chest proud. 6. Remember, working on accelerating and decelerating. 1 last one. And then last in this set is going to be your broad jump. So use the space that you've got. You don't need to snap into it. You're going to jump, land, and shuffle back to get that nice, oh, my heart is racing already. So be in that broad jump, and you're going to do 10 broad jumps. All right, here we go. Big jump, land, shuffle. Here we go. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, last one, 10. Really good. Now we're back into those snap downs for 5. Here we go. 1, up nice and tall. 2, good. Really, really reach. 3, good. Here we go. Up, up, up. 4, last snap down. 5, good. Now we're into those lateral bounds. So again, up in that triple extension position, land on your right, drive to your left. You've got 10 in total. So here we go. 1, 2, good. 3, 4, awesome. 5, think about that drive. Be powerful. 6, 7, 8, 9, good. 1, big drive. 10, fantastic work, guys. Next on your list, we are going to dive into that skill acquisition that we've been working on. And that was the hip turn we introduced 2 weeks ago now. So we're going to do the review. What are we doing the hip turn for, and why do we use it? It's used for that escape. I need to get away and I need to create space. Escape doesn't mean necessarily I'm like running away, but I'm just escaping space. So we're going to do 5 hip turns per side, and then you're going to pick up your load, and we're going to work on getting our body and keeping our chest proud and getting our body around your load. So hip turn. My chest stays forward. So line yourself up with me. When you go into that hip turn, hips turn, chest stays forward. Good. So let's do 5, maybe 6, so it's equal per side. Really working on that snappy rotation, disassociating our upper body. Again, remember, it's not a twist. We are not twisting that upper body. You are keeping it central and rotating those legs away again so we can pop off, which is one of the ones we're going to do today. So now I need you to pick up your load. I happen to have a med ball that I'm going to use. If you don't, a lighter dumbbell is going to work, because again, this is not our strength. This is working on that skill acquisition. So your first one, we're going to work on holding that ball out forward. When we do that, we really got to work to keep that chest proud. If the weight is too heavy, we're going to fall and we spend too much time in this place. So keep that chest proud. We're going to hold the ball out in front of you. Arms don't need to be straight, but just out in front. And now we're going to work on rotating those hips, getting those hips around the ball. And you want to imagine that ball stays in that same spot. So I can feel like I have a little bit of a hesitation to my right side. I just need to work on a bit of stretching. So we're going to do 10 of those, getting those hips around the ball. Ready? Or a soccer ball would work, or just whatever you've got in your hands. All right, here we go. We've got 1. Make them snappy. 2, 3, 4. Oh, I moved my ball a little bit. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Awesome. Now we're going to use that ball and we're going to press away. So as we rotate, we're going to press that ball. And now we're going to pop it forward. We're going to press and back. Press and back. So again, we're going to do 10. Now moving that ball out and in. We're no longer keeping it static. So here we go. In my nice athletic position. 10. I'm starting to my left. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. How quick can you come around? 8. Ooh, rotated a bit there. 9, 10. Good. Weight goes down. And we're working on those pop-offs. So we're going to hip turn and drive away and work on that escape. So again, chest stays forward, hip turn, drive away. Hip turn, drive away. Try to keep that chest forward. It's tricky. Hip turn, drive away. All right, we're gonna do 10 in total, 5 to your right, 5 to your left. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Big push to get away. 6, 7, 8. Now you can add that shoulder check. 9 and 10. Good. Pick that ball back up. We're gonna do our hip turns around the ball, into our hip turn presses, and then into our pop-offs. Oh, here we go. Yeah. Yeah.
We won't go into it. Andy Holt, if you're watching, this is about you. David, who's your favorite team, though?
It will be no surprise to anyone that has ever come within 1,000 feet of me that my favorite team is West Ham United. So I'm a lot like Paul in so much that I disappointed a lot of family members. My dad, Spurs supporter. My brother, my mom, Arsenal supporters. And my wife, Arsenal supporter. So
you picked the worst London team. There's a lot of London teams that you could have picked.
But I have the best reason for what. First of all, I was born in England, brought up in Essex before we immigrated to Canada, and the reason that I'm a West Ham supporter is very simple. My nan bought me my first kit. So she bought me a kit, she bought me a bag, and the rest is history. And yeah, it's been a little bit torturous, I gotta be honest, right? And God love Nate, I love you. You're my son. We're in this together.
Love it.
Right? So those are the simple reasons. But then out of that, we say, okay, these are the reasons that we have of why we love our favorite teams. But what about your favorite player, Kev? Who's your favorite player and why?
And it's not, I'm not saying this because he recently passed away. It's Diego Maradona. Most Scots will say Maradona is their second favorite player behind whomever else they support because of 86. Diminutive like me. Anyone that knows me knows I'm a wee bit vertically challenged. But he was the one player that, for me growing up, 86, I was 15, he brought me out of my seat for good and bad. I mean, most people will say that give me a hero and I'll give you a little bit of tragedy, and that was his life.
All right. Sorry, I lost my audio for a minute. So we're just going to work with what we've got. I think this is what 2021 and 2020 at this point have taught us to do. We're going to roll with the punches. So we're back to some strength. 4 exercises, 40 seconds of work, 20 seconds of rest. So I want you guys to grind during these 40 seconds. It's go time. It's Monday. It's cold. Let's warm these bodies up. So we're going to do a goblet squat. That's where we're going to hold our load in the front of our body. So I'm going to pick up my dumbbell and hold it like a chalice. Now this is where it gets tricky. It's not just one squat, it's 1.5. So you're gonna sit to the bottom of your squat, come halfway up, all the way down, stand all the way up. I want you to make sure you're throwing a pause in there. So it's down, pause, halfway, pause, down, pause, and up. Challenge yourself, don't bounce. Bring that pause in there. Then we're gonna work into a lateral lunge. So you're gonna step nice and wide, and you're gonna sink into that lunge. So one leg is gonna be straight, the other leg is gonna have that slight bend. You're gonna need to make sure you sit back. I don't want that knee to be dropping in. So you wanna check that positioning, knee forward in the line, and you're gonna press out and slide over. You wanna stay low that entire time. Awesome. We're gonna do it for 40 seconds. Next on your list, called the windmill. You're gonna put that hand all the way up overhead. You're gonna stand nice and wide. I stand a little bit wider. I'm a retired soccer player, so I gotta keep working on my hip mobility. And I'm gonna slide my right hand down the side of my body, eyes on that dumbbell the entire time. We're gonna do 4 rounds, so we're gonna start with our left arm first and do all 40 seconds on that left arm. Last but not least, we're on the ground. We're alternating leg lowers. We're gonna start up, feet high up in the air. You're gonna lower one, raise it back up. These things are all about control. If you want to make it more challenging, hold a weight overhead. All right, we got 40 seconds on the clock. We're going to the 1.5 goblet squat. Put your weight up. Let's do this. Here we go. All right, I got an extra leg. 2 seconds in there. I'll take it. Really throw that pause in and keep that pressed up. So again, don't hinge over. Fight that position. Down, halfway, down, all the way up. 20 seconds. down, halfway up. Now through the last 10. Here we go. Let's get one more in. Get a good pause. Okay, maybe one more. That was a little cheeky there. All right, 20 seconds is on the clock, and then we're gonna go into those lateral lunges. I've got 15 pounds for me. I think this is gonna be a challenge. So I'm gonna extend my arms all the way in that lateral lunge. That's okay. Work with what you've got and within your ability. Woo! Here we go. We're gonna sit into that position so we are ready for that clock and that timer. Arm is back. Here we go. We're gonna press and then slide nice and low. Press, slide. If you don't feel like using your weight or it's too heavy or awkward, just walk those hands forward. It's challenging to really sit that bum back. Here you go. Slide. Don't come up. Don't get tall. Be low through these guys. Awesome. Woo! We've got 5 seconds. Here we go now. We're gonna go into those windmills. We're doing the same thing. Working with that left arm. Breathe. Move down a little bit. I'm notorious for my bad dance moves, so I didn't choose the music today. We'll have to talk to the coordinator about that. Because dance is fun. Only 5 seconds. Get that arm up nice and tall. You want to keep eye contact on that as we look up. Weight is in the left arm. Right arm is going to slide down. Just a little breathe. And back up. We got 40 seconds. With lots of control. And I'm discovering that with mobility. Here we go. Shoulders stabilizing, obliques are working. Woo! Eyes up on that dumbbell. Wrist in neutral. You can get one word. Here we go. That weight down. 20 seconds of rest. And then we're bumping into those alternating leg holds. Again, if you need a challenge, pick that weight back up, hold it overhead, pull up a little bit, give yourself a reach. I'm down on the ground. There we go. Here we go. Again. 1. Hold that weight above that head, and you can even give it a little breathe if you want to. I'm going to work on control right now. Like you guys, those legs don't flop down. Everything you do from here is really meticulous. These full workouts, these wall workouts that you guys are doing, keep with little stuff. I know it's not super fun, but we're not going to develop the huge stuff right now at home. It's the little stuff that's going to make that difference. We've got 2, 1, rest. 20 seconds is on. Grab a sip of water if you need it. We're going to go right back into those 1.5 goblet squats. Woo. Here we go. 2, 1. 1.5 goblet squats. 40 seconds is on the clock. So let's go. Down, up, down, stand all the way through. Squeeze those glutes. Pause. And stand. I'm looking at my clock. And I just don't think it's possible for me to follow through these workouts. So I think I will do 3 rounds of strength and then 2 rounds of our energy system development. We do that about that 45-minute workout. 20 seconds is on the clock. Keep that weight in hand. Going into those lateral lunges. Flutter. I'm going to focus on getting some air in. All right, we've got 4, 3, setting up for that lateral lunge with that press. You're gonna sit, press, slide, press, slide. Stay nice and low. Right to keep that chest up. All you need to sit back. Stretch your adductor. The quads start to. My glutes are working. Squeeze those shoulders back. Don't just pull the weight in. Squeeze it back. We've got 10 seconds. Here we go. Slide and press. Slide, press. Last one. Woo! Here we go. Put yourself on that list. Oh, windmill. That's right. So you get your left arm. Pick that weight up in that right arm this time. When you're doing them, slide that down to that leadership balance. And reach overhead. You want to keep that. Roll up. We're ready to go. Here we go. Slide. And you might feel, whew, one side seems to be easier than the other. Take a look at those little things. And then ask why. You've got a team of experts who are willing to help if you don't know the answer. Then the coolest part is, if I don't know the answer, I'm going to go find someone who does. Here we go. Woo! We've got wrist in neutral. We've got 10 seconds. All the way control. Use it down to the ground. Eyes your front. Work within our range. Last one. And stand. 20 seconds is on. We're going to go into those leg lowers, and then we've got one more round where we're going to split those windmills 20 seconds apiece. Woo! Get down here. Again, working on the breath. You can do this, guys. Monday. How many times have I said that? Did anyone else have a case of the Mondays? Woo! All right. Let's work our way. Let's sweat our way through these Mondays. We've got 40 seconds. Lots of control through these guys. I like to give myself that little check. How's that low back doing? We're keeping it in my neutral spine. So I'm not slamming my low back to the floor by any means, but I've got that core engaged so I don't slip. Nice work. I'm going to do that little reach, that little challenge. I got this. Here we go. You guys got this. Let's roll. We got 4, 3, 2, all the way to 0. Right here. One more round. Wipe that sweat away. One more round. 1.5 goblet squats. Double lunge press. We're going to go to that windmill for 20 seconds. You still have to do a little step back and through. I'll let you know when to switch. And then those alternating leg lowers, and then here we go. Weights up. Give me a shake. Oh, a little tired for these. Like that. Decider. Just walk your shoulders. Keep them proud. Squeeze them back. Hold that goblet. Pretend there's something in there. Go fill it. Down. Halfway. Down. Up. Think about that pot. Down. Down. 10 seconds. Let's do it. Come on, guys. Come on. You got it. 2. Finish up this last one. I'm done. 20 seconds on. About 37 minutes for this warm up. Oh, work it out. There you go. 10 seconds. Oxygen in. Power up. I'm ready to go. Into that lunge and press. Let's do it. Again, keeping that chest up. You guys are feeling it at home, in your home gyms, in your bedrooms, in your family rooms, maybe that have been converted into home gyms and ball masculine spots. It's sure time to be creative, to keep getting to do what we love. And we know I'm tired right now, but we love this stuff. So good for you. Good for the soul. Even if you had a case of Mondays. They're gone. I sweat away that case of Mondays. You got 15 seconds. And we got those windmills. Again, we're going to do 20 seconds starting with the left. And then we're going to do 20 seconds with the right. 5 seconds. Turn that left hand. Here we go. Nice and wide. Slide it down. Eyes on that dumbbell. Reach to work. You got 2 more in you. Let's go. Last one, and we're going to switch. Keep that arms up. Drive them up. And we're going to pop down again. I've certainly noticed the inside is more challenging for me than the other. Good job, guys. 3, 2, 1. There we go. Into the alternating leg lower. We'll do a break after that. And then get even sweatier. Here we go. I don't think you've got the weight. I need to go, but I'm just going to go for we've got 40 seconds with you guys. Strength is done after this. Yeah. Be ready for that timer. Here we go. I'm going to reach up, lower, reach. I don't get a little far, but I'm working for it. Here we go. That was a late timer start. Woo! Someone wants us to do a little extra work. Come on, guys. Let's go through this. Let's go through. Okay. Less than 20 seconds on that strength component is done and dusted for today. 10 seconds! Oh! The abs are burning. Let's compare to 40. 2. Last one. All right. Grab some water. We're going to take a quick break. We're going to bend over and get some oxygen. And we're ready for energy system development. Here we go. Okay, we're back. This is where we're going to set up our cones, that same triangle space that we had last week. So I'm working in a little bit of a different space. So I'm going to pop one there, one at the edge of my mat, whoops, and then you know what, one kind of up front. Again, triangle doesn't have to be super big. We're working in the space we've got. So that's our first setup. Next, we're gonna need a dumbbell close, but make sure it's not in the middle of your triangle. We don't need a tripping zone here. So I got my dumbbell. The cones are gonna be set up for that. I'm up at the top of my cone here for that hip turn to shuffle. Hip turn to shuffle. Okay, we are gonna do 3 exercises. That's number 1. 30 seconds is gonna roll. We are gonna work really hard for 3 rounds. There's gonna be no rest. Official rest, maybe you need a grab water, but there's no official rest on these guys. So that's our first one. We're gonna work for 30 seconds. Then we're gonna work on alternating single arm thrusters. So we're gonna sit, push, alternating. If you don't feel like you have to do that alternating, do 4, and then switch. So it's a squat to push, and we are trying to get that load up there. If you don't have load, you're gonna do that squat to up on your toes. You're gonna reach, and we're trying to drive up. And then our last one, like we haven't done enough squats yet, we're gonna do squat pops. So we're gonna be narrow, and we're gonna widen into that squat position. So you've got your hip turns to cones. You've got your single arm thrusters. Let's just everyone work. We're gonna go 4 in a row and then switch 4 in a row. And then our last one is those squat pops. We go to 30 seconds, 3 rounds. Timer's on. My weight's out of the way. 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Again, we're escaping. Get away. Hip turn. Jump. You got 15 seconds. Halfway. I'm throwing a little shoulder check in there. Again, drive off. 3, 2, last one. Get that right. We're gonna go into that thruster. Just think on your shoulder. 1, 2, 3, 4. Switch. Drive. 2, 3, 4. Switch. 1, 2, 4. Switch. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's do switch. Oh, good. Good. Squat pops. The timer's going. It's gonna keep rolling. You've just gotta work between those circuits. Come on, dig in. Keep on snapping the top of that squat pop. You'll spend time there. That works easy. Dig in. We have 5, 4, 3, 2. I'll put my weight down in the way. Here we go. Hip turns to change. This is round 2 and 3. Hip turn. Escape. Hip turn. Escape. I'm tired. I'm going to slow down a little bit. Hip turn. Escape. Escape. Think about that drive. Last one. Dumbbell up. Alternating thrusters. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Switch. 1, 2. Drive them off. 3, 4. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. And last switch. Get those 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Weight goes down. Squat pops. Woo, woo. Heart rate is up. Energy. We're gonna sing it up too. Let's go. 15 seconds. And give a great last round. Woo! 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. on the right. Let's start to roll. Ooh, that was slow. You get that 30 seconds. Focus on that good technique we just worked on. I notice when I'm working really hard, I kind of get tired. I do these weird kind of like T-Rex arms. So I'm working hard. The T-Rex arms are out. Shake it up. 2, 1. Weight up. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Make it powerful. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Ooh, ab thrusters. 1, 2, 3, 4. Woo! Squat plus over 1. Here we go. Dig in here. This is the 90th minute kind of stuff we're looking for. This is what we're looking for here. I'm tired. And you know what? Get me ready to get back out on that field. Come on. 10 seconds. Woo! 5, don't quit all the way through. 3, 2, 1. Woo! I'm feeling it. I got sweaty, freezing hair, so that's what we're looking for, guys. Thank you for showing up and embracing me in my home gym. It really means the world. This, my favorite part of my job is working with athletes, and we've had to change that a little bit. So it brings me a ton of joy, you know, to come to you in your houses. Hopefully you're as sweaty as me, and we look forward to working with you guys again. Keep doing your online ball sessions. Keep showing up for your training sessions with the bridge with Mac and Marcel. Make it so hard to get creative for you guys. And just dig in. We'll be back out on the field soon. And until then, reach out to the bridge. I'm Becca. You can get me at becca@thebridge.fit. If you have any of those questions, our therapists are here for you guys to support you in every way possible. So thanks for coming. We'll see you maybe next time.